Hi, my name is Mr. Owens, and I'm an ROP CTE instructor. I teach graphic design and video production at Washington Prep High School.
I found out about Mr. Owens' class when my brother went here.
Through my counselor when I first checked in.
My best friend Jennifer made me take this class because she wanted me to take it with her.
The way I found out about this class was because when I was in the 9th grade, my sister took this class, and I thought it was going to be very difficult since she said it was.
I found out about Mr. Owens' class because I was attending another high school, and my sister made a movie, and I seen the movie.
I found out about Mr. Owens' class through the award shows he puts on for the school.
I started the Digital Image and Video Awards about 6 years ago, and I had already been teaching here for a while, but I figured that my class needed its own outlet for people to see the work that they do throughout the year. A lot of times, counselors or people walking around have no idea what the class is. So I felt like their work needs to be seen. It also was a motivational technique for them to want to do their best work because, hey, the whole school might see your work.
The highlights of taking his classes and award shows because all the movies and music videos are put together for the school to see.
It's also a great promotion tool for the class.
I found out about Mr. Owens through his annual award shows, and I expected it to be easy, but it wasn't.
The biggest misconception about the classes that I teach is that it's easy. It may be fun, but it's not easy.
Having Mr. Owens as a teacher is really fun, but you gotta really pay attention in the class.
It's gonna take hard work, it's gonna take dedication, and a lot of students don't think that. They go to the award shows and they see how much fun people are having winning an award and the final product of the music videos, but they don't know what's involved. And unfortunately, once they take the class and they realize there's actually reading, writing, and learning and critical thinking, some don't want to take it anymore and they drop out before the fun stuff happens.
My favorite part of taking this class was directing the movies.
My favorite part about taking the class was acting.
My highlights of taking this class is the Vector project.
My favorite part was probably making the music videos. It was pretty fun, like to see people get into character.
Like all the music videos, the movies.
This year I was given the opportunity to be in one of his music videos. That was pretty fun because it brought me out of my comfort shell.
I got to come out in a music video.
I got to do the girls' makeup for the music videos, and we get to film movies.
Having the wind blowing through my hair and I'm wrapped up in like a sheet and I'm singing Wild Thoughts. That was my favorite out of all. My favorite part of this class was shooting the movies and actually knowing what it felt like to be on set.
My favorite part about that class was definitely having to present our artwork on the computers, and then the students would give us constructive criticism, which allowed me to, perfect my work.
Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and be open to criticism because that's just going to help you improve in this class.
My favorite part about the class was making a movie with Mr. Owens and the other kids saw it. It was irritating because I didn't know how to make the movies and stuff like that, and I wasn't paying attention. But he broke it down to me and showed me.
Mr. Owens is very persistent when he wants something, so working with him was very annoying sometimes because we'd have to do redos and retake shots very consistently. But when the outcome was done, it came out really, really nice, and we all saw the vision he had at the beginning once it was done.
He's a bit of a perfectionist, and he wants everybody to be a perfectionist. I think that's what makes me want to do better.
Having Mr. Owens as a teacher is really fun because he's different from all the other teachers.
I actually try to get on the students' level, not to be demeaning to them, but I look at them as my friend first that I'm trying to help.
He really a funny person and a cool teacher. He's my favorite teacher.
Having Mr. Owens as a teacher, it was funny, educational, and it was a good time.
I can quickly go sideways if they want to be disrespectful.
It definitely has its moments.
I don't want to go in like, hey, I'm the teacher, you do what I say, and that's going to be it. Because when you do that, the student's mind shuts off and they become resistant to wanting to receive any information you can provide.
He knows how to have fun, but he knows when to be strict too.
He used to get really stressed out. He's a good teacher, but he's very honest.
And I think that's what separates him from other teachers.
He made every lesson he taught creative and made it exciting for us to actually want to participate and do it.
So Owens had this 3 before me rule. And that rule just allowed me to talk to anybody in that classroom, and they showed me what to do without having to ask the teacher.
Like he could relate to our generation and relate to what we want to do.
He's a great teacher. I feel like he could really connect to students at this age, since he's, I believe, one of the youngest teachers on the campus.
My experience in the class was pretty fun and different from any teacher that I had. And what I learned in the class was how not to edit in the camera and how to have a bit more confidence.
This year, I offered more job shadowing opportunities to my students. I had one come to a television show that I was hired to direct, and he got to job shadow as a PA and learn about changing lenses and doing the slate and the various things that go on.
I've learned how to professionally shoot a TV show. I was actually a production assistant with Mr. Owens on one of his TV show gigs.
I went and helped him with a commercial, and we were just helping him with the lighting and setting up the things that we needed.
Also, there was another student who was struggling in my class, and she needed an opportunity for extra credit. I asked her what she wanted to do in the future as a career. She told me that she wanted to be a makeup artist. So when I was hired for a commercial shoot, I thought about her. Not only because she said that, but she also was doing makeup for some of the music videos, and I was impressed, and I felt that she actually had potential.
He gave me the chance to have my first makeup gig from a commercial show he hired me for.
So I invited her to come to the commercial to do makeup for the lead actress, and the lead actress was in love with her makeup. The student was able to blossom and learn more about the production side of it, and so that really brought a joy to my heart.
Well, my experience in the class was very interesting. I learned how to use the boom, it's like a pole with a microphone attached to it. I was a boom operator for some movies.
What I hope my students take away from my class is the knowledge of a new career pathway that they can actually follow and enjoy. People think that, hey, there's only these certain jobs. There's a police officer, a fireman, a teacher, a doctor, and although those are great jobs, there are some that they might not even know about.
I did sound design on a movie and to add the score, like the emotion to the movie.
I used the various tools in Photoshop to create movie posters, flyers, logos, and CD covers.
I had a great experience in this class. I learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know before, like using Photoshop and creating multiple projects.
I always suggest that people find a career in something they enjoy doing versus chasing a career just for money, because a lot of times those people are miserable and just trying to get a paycheck.
My favorite part of the class was getting to express my creativity, since there is no other class like this that uses technologies to create art.
It's been a long time coming, but I've been building a production studio. We have LED lights mounted. We have various backdrops. You would be amazed what the students can create in one little room if they have the proper equipment. I wrote grants with Perkins, and so that helps build our dream studio. Right now we're in our editing bay. We have different cameras. We can switch the feeds. We have a switcher so that when we go to our award show, they can learn about television live production, where you're switching from camera to camera. So that's another skill that they're learning. It's not just graphic design. And no one or nobody here has ever taught that. So it's exciting to me to always do new things. If I'm doing the same thing over and over exactly the same way, I find no joy in it. And so I just try to provide new opportunities every year because technology changes. There's VR, which is virtual reality, which is something that I hope to do in the near future.
My advice to the new people taking the class would be not to think that directing is very easy, because it's probably the most difficult part of the whole project.
Stay up to date with all the projects, try your best, and just have fun.
Be patient with Mr. Owens.
Don't take your eyes off the computer screen.
My advice to you is don't fail. Don't be like me and fail.
Don't miss one day, because you're gonna be far behind.
Do not procrastinate.
Because you want your work to be the best. Because if you're lagging and slacking off, you're not going to get the full scope of the class.
Take it seriously and show up every day. Take it serious but have fun at the same time, because you could really learn a lot from it.
The goal is to make this $1 million studio that the school can utilize as a monetizing opportunity for any production company that wants to film in a controlled environment. They can come to the school. The students can have live job shadowing on their home turf. And it's a win-win situation because the school gets money, the students get knowledge, and they get what they want within the studio.
The class is really fun, and I think everybody should, consider taking this class because it would be really beneficial to them.
This class ain't easy, but it's fun.